The Baader-Meinhof Phenomenon, why you suddenly notice things everywhere. Have you ever learned a new word, heard a name for the first time, or discovered a brand, and then suddenly it seems to show up everywhere? It's not magic or coincidence. It's a fascinating mental trick known as the Baader-Meinhof Phenomenon, also called the frequency illusion. This psychological effect is one of those everyday mind glitches that you likely experience without even realizing it. But once you understand how it works, you'll start noticing the patterns your brain creates and why it happens so frequently. What is the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon? The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon refers to the cognitive bias where, after first noticing or learning about something, you suddenly begin to see it everywhere. It might be a type of dog, a certain phrase, a health condition, or even a car model. The name sounds unusual because it comes from a strange origin. In the 1990s, someone posted online that after hearing about the German terrorist group Baader-Meinhof, they started seeing references to it everywhere. The experience stuck, and the name became associated with the effect. This effect is also known as the frequency illusion, a term coined by Stanford linguistics professor Arnold Zwicky. It perfectly describes what's happening. Your brain is creating the illusion that the thing you just discovered is suddenly much more common. How the phenomenon works. Two key processes. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon is powered by two main psychological processes. Selective attention. When your brain notices something new, it gives it priority. This heightened awareness makes you more likely to spot that thing again, even though it's been there all along. Confirmation bias. Your brain likes to be right. Once you notice something and expect to see it more often, you unconsciously look for it. Every time it pops up again, your brain says, "See? There it is again." This reinforces the illusion that it's happening more frequently. Together, these two processes trick your mind into believing that the frequency of something has dramatically increased, when in reality your perception has simply changed. Real-life examples you can relate to. Once you understand the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, you'll see it in action all around you. Learning a new word and suddenly hearing it in multiple conversations and articles. Buying a car and then noticing the same make and model on the road constantly. Hearing about a health condition and then seeing news articles or meeting people who mention it. Discovering a new brand and suddenly seeing it on social media, ads, or even worn by strangers. These experiences feel like coincidences, but they are really just your brain filtering and reinforcing what it now considers relevant. Why your brain does this? Your brain is a powerful filter. Every second, it processes thousands of pieces of sensory information, but you're only consciously aware of a tiny fraction of it. To cope, your brain uses attention as a spotlight. What you've recently learned or found interesting becomes part of that spotlight. The Baader-Meinhof effect shows how your attention reshapes your perception. You didn't suddenly enter a world filled with that new word or car. It was always there, your brain just wasn't paying attention before. This is a survival mechanism. Being able to quickly recognize patterns and changes in the environment helped early humans survive. Today, it makes you really good at spotting things that feel suddenly important. Is the Baader-Meinhof effect good or bad? It's not inherently good or bad, just how the brain works. But it can have both helpful and misleading effects. Positive aspects. Helps with learning and memory reinforcement. Aids in making faster decisions by recognizing patterns. Encourages curiosity and deeper focus on new information. Negative aspects. Can distort reality by making things seem more common than they are. May fuel irrational fears, e.g., hearing about a rare disease and suddenly thinking it's everywhere. Can be manipulated by marketing or misinformation. Understanding it helps you make better judgments about what you perceive. How marketers and media use this against you. Marketers are very aware of this bias. Once you see an ad or a product, you're more likely to notice it again. This is why repetition in advertising works. It creates familiarity and taps into your brain's tendency to notice repeated patterns. Social media algorithms also contribute to this. Once you engage with a topic or content, the algorithm shows you more of it. Suddenly, you feel like everyone is talking about it when it might just be a filtered experience. This can create echo chambers, where your reality becomes skewed based on what your brain and the algorithm focus on together. How to use the Baader-Meinhof effect to your advantage. You can flip this effect to serve your personal growth and learning. Choose what you focus on. Want to learn a new skill? Start exposing yourself to content and materials about it. Your brain will start to see more of it everywhere. Reinforce positive patterns. Focus your attention on healthy habits, success stories, or motivating topics. Your brain will begin to notice them more. Be aware of cognitive bias. When something seems to show up everywhere, pause. Ask yourself, is it really more frequent or am I just more tuned into it? Final thoughts. your mind creates patterns. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon is a fascinating glimpse into how your brain processes the world. It reminds us that reality isn't just what's out there, it's also shaped by what we pay attention to. Once you understand how the frequency illusion works, you gain power over it. You can spot when your brain is playing tricks on you, and use that knowledge to become more mindful, more curious, and more in control of what you notice and why. So next time something seems to pop up everywhere, smile. You just caught your brain in the act, and now you know why.